If you have a list of information and you plan to sort or filter that data, you need to make sure the list is set up a certain way. The guidelines that we referred to over in the first section when we talked about removing duplicates apply when you're sorting and filtering. Keep in mind that you want to make sure you have a header row, just like you see here in row 4. That header row tells Excel what type of data is below. That header row must have one format that's different from the actual data, or when you go to sort that column, it'll sort the header in with the list of information. The other thing is make sure you don't have any blank rows in your data. If you have a blank row, Excel will stop there and it won't recognize that it needs to go on to whatever's below that blank row. You can have blank cells, but you don't want entire rows that are blank. The other thing is you want to be consistent with how you type in your data. You want to make sure if you're typing numbers, for example, that you type 4O and not FORTY. You can actually do it either way, but just be consistent with how you do it. As long as you keep all those things in mind, then you shouldn't have any problems when you go to sort your data. Now, I mentioned there are 4 different ways to sort. You're going to be able to sort alphabetically, A to Z, Z to A. You will be able to sort numerically, 1 to 10 or 10 to 1. You can sort by date, and you can also sort in here by custom list that we'll talk about when we get to that particular point. But let's start with a super simple, what we call a single level sort. Let's say that you would like to sort the numbers over in column I where the hours are. As long as you're clicked in the column you'd like to sort by underneath the header, then you'll be fine. Your sorting options are going to be under the Data tab, and you'll see a whole group called Sort and Filter right here. Now, the easiest way to do the single level sort is use this A to Z, which will currently say sort smallest to largest since you have numbers in that particular column. All you do is click on it, and now you can see these are all sorted numerically. If you want to sort the opposite, you just use the button that says Z to A, in this case meaning sort largest to smallest. And now you can see they're sorted the opposite direction. If I go back over to column A where the numbers are, I can go back and sort this A to Z, and now you'll see it's sorted numerically. That's the first way you'll be able to sort. Let's talk about alphabetically. Let's look over at the division column, for example, column E. I'll do the exact same thing. I'm going to choose the A to Z, and you'll notice this time it says sort A to Z. And now you'll see that all of the division that is Australia is together, all of Canada is together, Germany is together, and so forth. The third way you can sort is by date. And I'm going to click over in column G, and let me just mention something about sorting by date. You might type the date of January the 1st as 1/1/18. To you, that's January the 1st of 2018. But to Excel, it's just numbers and slashes. Even if you want it to look that way, make sure if you plan to sort by date that you select that entire column, and you could format your dates. You'll just want to make sure this is formatted for dates so that you can sort properly. And this is in this particular case. I'll just go use my A to Z again, and now you'll see that it's sorted by year, month, and day, all the way down the list. There will be times when you want to do a double sort. Let's say you'd like to do something like this. I'd like to sort the last names, and if the last names are the same, I'd like to sort the first names. In order to do that, you're not going to be able to use your single level sort buttons. You'll have to actually go into the actual sort option right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And notice because I was clicked in the table before I started, it selected the table for me. The first thing you'll notice it says is sort by, and here's where my column headings are listed. If I come in here and it says column A, column B, column C, that's how I know that it doesn't recognize my headers, but it does in this case. I'm going to sort by last, and then I'm going to add a level. Do you see right here it says add a level? I'm going to sort by last, then by first. This says sort on the cell values. Notice your other choices are you can sort by cell color, font color, or conditional formatting icon. And you can also sort A to Z or Z to A or by custom list. Let's go ahead and click OK, and let's see what we've got. If I look at the last names, it looks like they are sorted alphabetical. You can see there are 4 Abels right here. Now notice the first names. All of these are sorted alphabetical as well. So if there are duplicates in this column, then it will sort the next one. And that's the way you want a double sort to work. There will be times when you want to do a triple sort. Let's say you wanted to sort by last name. If the last names are the same, sort the first names, and then also sort the division. Let's go back up to our sort option, and we're going to add another level. Now let me just mention that when you first come into this window, you're clicked on the first level here. If you automatically just say add a level, notice how it put one in between these two. You can certainly go there and change this to say first, and then you'll be able to add the other one that you'd like to use. Then by division. Now I'm sorting by last name, then I'm sorting by first, and then by division, and I'm going to click OK. If I look at this, you'll see the last names are sorted alphabetical. That's good. If there's a duplicate, the first names are sorted alphabetical, so that's good. But does division look sorted at all? In order to sort the next column, the previous one has to have duplicates. Do you see any duplicates among these 4? And the answer is no, so there's no way it could sort the division. If you're needing a third sort like that, sometimes just rearranging the way it sorts works perfectly. If I had said sort by division, then last, then first, it would work perfectly. I'm going to go back and sort by division first, then I'll sort by last, and then I'll sort by first. And let's see what it looks like this time. So now you'll notice all the divisions are sorted. So here's all of Australia. Of those, notice the last names are sorted alphabetically. And if there's any duplicates here, like the Bingas, then it'll sort the first names. So it will do a triple sort. You just have to sometimes rearrange the order in which you tell it to do the sort for you. The other thing I want to point out is you have the ability to do what we call a custom sort. Let me give you a good example of this. Let's go down to the sheet that says Cafe Beyond at the bottom. This looks like they have a little cafe, and it looks like they're listing each of the types of items that they sell and some other information, but I want you to notice column G is the month of highest sales, and column H is the day of highest sales. And you'll notice that neither of these lists are in the order in which they actually happen, but I'd like to put them in that particular order. And let's start with the month of highest sales. What we're going to be doing here is comparing this list to the custom list that's set up, and then it will sort based on that. All I'm going to do is go back to my sort option. I want to sort the month of highest sales, but this time where it says order, let's choose custom list. Since these are the months of the year and they're spelled out, I'm going to choose the same one where the months are spelled out, and I'm going to click OK at the bottom and click OK again. And now if you look, the months are in the order in which they actually happen. Let's do the day of highest sales. We'll do it the exact same way, but we'll sort by day this time. I'll go back to sort. This time I want to choose the column that says day of highest sales. And when I go down here to custom list, I want to make sure I choose the one where the days are spelled out because they're spelled out here. I'm going to click OK and click OK again. And now you can see these are actually in order as well. So those are the 4 different ways you're going to be able to sort. Sorting is actually very easy to do.